to all of this. Yo, this is Smooth. Okay, if you didn't know, and this is Homeroom with Smooth. Like, what else am I supposed to say? This is Homeroom with Smooth. Um, man, like, so, so Adam 22, right? This is an update to the Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez situation. This is an update. So Adam 22, um, from what I can gather, and have gathered. He seems to be a pretty reliable source. He isn't uh, too gossipy. I mean, he is a little bit, but he seems to be like in the know of things. He seems to be in the know, and he's been right a lot more than he's been wrong. So basically, what he's saying, sources close to him are telling him that basically Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez they went out. They was kicking it with Kylie Jenner at this house party. So here's the thing though, they weren't at Tory Lane's house, nor were they at Kylie Jenner's house or her party. It was a party that was going on, and it was one of those upper rich scale parties or whatever. Like that invite only type ish, and basically in the Hollywood Hills, and Meg and Tory went there together with her best friend. And when they got there, Kylie was there as well. Just to paint the picture. They both been drinking, you know what I'm saying? Then they go on live. They on live together. This is how we know this. This is how we know this stuff. This is how this happened. Okay. So at some point in the party, what's being told, what Adam 22 said, all I can say what he said, is basically Tory was either paying Kylie Jenner too much attention, or Kylie was paying Tory too much attention, and Meg wasn't feeling it. So she started getting on his head. They got to arguing. Meg is like what, 5'11", 5'10", 5'11". I don't know, but she's a stallion. That much I do know. Probably about 200 pounds. Um, you know, and Tory Lanez is 5'3", 120. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at best, but they said she got to beating his ass. Like thrashing his ass, like at the party. Like they argument got to that level to where they got to knock. Well, I don't know if you can call it knocking, because allegedly Tory was just getting manhandled. I don't wish that on nobody. I don't wish that on nobody, but she was putting them like Little Scrappy said, she putting them paws on that boy. I think that was him in that Love and Hip Hop. I think that was him. Yeah. But yeah, she putting the paws on that boy. So they get ready to leave or whatnot, and as they're leaving, um, they in the car. They still arguing. They still fighting or whatever. Ooh, 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 ooh. And I'm just going to assume if she was beating his ass outside, I'm just going to assume that when they got in the car and they got to popping back and forth again, that she probably got to beating his ass again. Now again, there's liquor involved for sure. That much we know for sure, but we do not know if there was any other substances. But we're just gonna leave it at liquor for now, because that's what we know. And then allegedly at that point, he pulls out the gun, and I think like, and he pointed at her and shot her in the foot. Now, if I'm thinking about this correctly, that just is me thinking. If you are already into it with somebody and y'all scrapping, right? and you in the car, whatever, right? And you pull out the gun and you point the gun at this speculation territory. Speculation territory. This is me. This is me with my big tinfoil cap on. Um, I feel like that once that happened and he pulled out the gun, she kind of tried to strong arm it away from him, or point, you know what I'm saying, or pull it away from him. And in pulling it away, he didn't have good trigger discipline. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have good trigger discipline, and he had the safety off. And yeah, while she was pulling it and pushing it out her face, pushing it down, because that's the normal human reaction. Most people don't push up to push something out of their face. You know what I'm saying? Push a gun out of their face. They point it down. They push it down because they don't want to get shot in the head. That's the main thing. So you push it down. That's normal human reaction. Or you push it away, whatever. Um, in her case, she was in the car. She probably pushed it down. Um, and when she pushed it down, he was gripping and trying to pull to keep the gun, and he shot her in the foot. That's what I'm thinking. Now, should he have shot her in the foot? No. No, he shouldn't have shot her in the foot. Okay? No. No, he shouldn't have shot her in the foot. However, if she was beating his ass from the pool through the house to the front lawn, and in the car too, like, I'm not saying he should have pulled out a gun, but he 5'3", and he 120 pounds, and you're Meg the Stallion. Like, that was just an ass beating he was just going to either have to take. He was going to have to take. You know what I'm saying? And for the situation that it was, it should have never escalated to violence. It should have never got that way. It should have never got that bad. And I hope they're able to reconcile the differences, and I want them to pray. You know what I'm saying? We gonna pray for them. That's one. That's what we gonna do. We gonna pray for them. But they definitely should have. They shouldn't have did that. They shouldn't have let themselves get carried away like that. They worth too much money. They both at the top, and now you got a situation where what I'm saying. Once I appreciate how tight-lipped everyone's being for the most part. What I'm saying. Meg's camp really was like kind of painting this narrative like Tory was effed up, but once I found out like now that Meg was on his ass, just beating his ass, like my boy was getting his ass beat. Shit, like it's not okay, but it shouldn't have became that. It shouldn't have became that. It shouldn't have became that. But I understand if he felt like, yo, I feel like, I got to defend myself. So he shot her in self-defense because that's the only thing he could do. Yeah, yeah. Because it could have been a lot worse. But both parties they'll recover. And we just gonna wait for them to come out with more information. But I just feel like stuff is getting painted in a bad direction when really both sides is at fault here. This is low key another Chris Brown and Rihanna situation. But anyway, that's all I got to say on this one. Um, I'll be getting with y'all later on. Like I said, with the Kanye review and the Logic review sometime tomorrow, more than likely. But anyway, y'all have a good one, and I'm out.